Well, hello. Welcome back to the channel, baby. That intro, by the way, is a couple called Half and J, and they watch videos and respond to them, and it can be anywhere from music to politics, anything else. They're fantastic. I have a feeling you'll probably live in like Chicago or somewhere like that. I could be wrong. And the little girl opens it up and says, "Welcome back to the channel, baby," and she's bouncing a basketball, and it's very cool, and she's sweet, and they're great people. I'm sure they don't know who I am, but I would suggest if you haven't watched it and you're watching my channel, and I thank everybody who watches my channel, but if you're watching my channel, go over and check them out. One of my favorites, there's a couple others online that I watch some, but I would say the Half and J are probably the ones I watch the most. I haven't watched them in a while, but it's because I've not been good. I'll kind of clue you in real quick. My wife is like, "You don't need to share all that information online." I don't care. What are you going to do with it, right? Anyway, I've been pretty ill. I actually went in the hospital and day before yesterday, and I got out yesterday later in the afternoon because I started like freaking out and couldn't remember anything. I thought I had a stroke, and anyway, long story short, I didn't have a stroke. They are checking me for seizures, see if I have some kind of seizures. So I'd rather it be seizures because you take medicine for that. If it's something else, I don't know what to do about it. But for those of you that pray, please pray for me and pray for my wife. And my son Joe is here living with us as well, and he's struggling a little bit. So we're all just, it's just not a great time right now. But, God is good, and we're having fun, and I love doing this channel. So without further ado, because this has been going on for a while, what I'm going to do today, folks, so what I'm going to do today is I very seldom do country, right? Or at least I don't think I do. But I decided to do a song called, I was looking for a Patsy Cline song because in the Super Bowl the Super Bowl, one of the commercials had a Patsy Cline song in it, and I loved it. And so I found Patsy Cline's version and could not find a cover of it that wasn't done by like a fan video, which is fine, some of them were okay. But I'd rather find something that's from somebody that I recognize. Anyway, so I was tooling around and I saw this guy named Cody Johnson singing "When I Call Your Name" by Vince Gill. And I've always loved that song. And again, I like some country a lot, and I've played in country bands, but I'd rather do rock and roll and stuff like that. But I couldn't resist doing this, so I hope that you enjoy it. I'm going to get it up here for you, and then we'll get it over to where you can see me. And here we go. Thank you again for your patience. And I love you guys. And I missed, I think I did one pretty soon, like a couple of days ago, or maybe last week, but I don't remember it. So I apologize for that. That's just my brain right now. So here we go. Nobody Answers. This is Vince Gill. This is the original, right? So I don't know how far this goes. What, 30 years, maybe 25 years, probably. But here we go. Woo! I love that piano lick.
I rushed home from work like I always do. I spend my whole day just thinking of you. When I walk through the front door, my whole life was changed. Nobody answered when I called your name. A note on the table that told me goodbye said you'd grown weary of living a lie. Oh, your love has ended, but mine still remains. But nobody name.
Okay, so some of you that are in the know, I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way so that we can watch the other video. But some of you who are in the know, the lady kind of in the shadows is either Patty Loveless or Amy Grant, and I couldn't tell. So if you know, tell me, because I would really like to know. Whoever it was, gorgeous singing voice. Of course, you know, it's a video, but I mean, in the studio, can you imagine that voice in the studio? Come on. And you know what? I'm just glad my wife's not here, and my doctor, because both of them probably rushed me back to the hospital. Anyway, this is Cody Johnson, who I don't know very well. My doctor, I think my Dr. Klaus likes this guy. Cody Johnson, I believe. And if so, then I need to send this to my doctor, Dr. Klaus. He's an awesome guy. Doctor, if you watch this, I love you, man. You're the best. Anyway, I think it's Cody Johnson, but I'll find out. I'm going to send him a text, and if it is, I want to send this to him. But here we go. This is Cody Johnson singing the same song.
Rushed home from work like I always do. Spend my whole day just thinking about you. When I walk through that front door,
That's some country right there, brother.
it had changed. 'Cause nobody answered when I call your name. The note on the table that told me goodbye, it said you'd grown weary of living life. Your love, Lord, it has ended, but mine still remains. Nobody answers when I call your name. You're the lonely sound of my voice calling.
Right.
Dry.
So I'm gonna back this, maybe not to the beginning, but way back, because I love it. First of all, now here we have a kind of conundrum. I have fans, and my wife and I have fans from all over the world and from all over the states, right? So not everybody likes country. I like almost anything, really. I didn't like rap when I was younger, but I like it now. I like melodic rap, and I even like just spit rhymes, man. You know, I'm trying to get some urban lingo in there, but I like all music. There's very, very little that I don't like. I don't like a real atonal kind of jazz, but I like jazz. I like fusion. But I love country because of the expression. So this guy, I think this is the one my doctor likes, but this guy emotes country, dude. So just to give you a little bit of geography, right? I lived here. I lived half my life in here and in South Carolina, pretty much, with a few places in between. But most of my time was spent here. Most of the time was spent in South Carolina. South Carolina has country, but it's different, right? So South Carolina is the South, right? Basically the Civil War started in South Carolina, pretty much, right? So South Carolina, definitely. If you're in South Carolina, it's mainly. If you want to see what a real redneck looks like, I think you have to go to South Carolina, Georgia, places like that. There are rednecks here, but there's also true, like what they call red dirt country here. And so it's like, well, that's kind of more South Carolina too. regardless of all that, forget everything I just said, but this guy exudes country. You know, is he from Texas, Oklahoma, maybe? That's where I would say, just by listening to his voice. And I can jive with this a little bit because I grew up here, right? And a lot of my friends and my parents' friends, all of them liked country. I did not. I rebelled against it until I was later in my life. But this guy, I mean, his vocals is country, man. You know, I've said this before. My wife hates when I say it, but it's true. If you're going to throw yourself off a bridge for a woman, this is a song to do it to. Listen to the song, jump off the bridge. That one's free, by the way. Sorry.
They said you've grown weary of living life. Your love, Lord, it has ended, but mine still remains. Nobody answers. I call your name. Oh, the lonely sound of my voice calling is driving me insane. And just like rain and tears keep falling, nobody answers. I call your name. Ladies and gentlemen, the rockin' CJB from Texas.
From Texas. I get that. He looks too young to play that good, man.
Oh, the lonely sound of my voice calling is driving me insane. And just like rain, the tears keep falling. Nobody answers when I call your name. No, nobody answers when I call your name.
Okay, now, guys, let me get this out of here. Wow. Okay, so I'm almost done for this video. Let me say I let this video go really long, but that's okay. I mean, I haven't done one in a week or probably or so. It's a long video. I hope you stayed all the way through it, and I hope those of you who don't care for country kind of put that aside for a little bit. So what I wanted people to see, besides the fact that I love the music, it's very simple. I love all music. Like I said, I would say probably rock and roll, punk, those kind of things more and more in my wheelhouse. But I love country. I've played a lot of country in different bands around here, especially. What I want you to really key on is the guy's voice and how good his voice is and how good his band is. And the pedal steel is extremely hard to play. And my good friend He was probably my best friend in high school, and then we kind of lost track of each other. But Bobby White's father played, his name was Bob White, and he was a Nashville session player, playing pedal steel in, I want to say probably the 60s and 70s, maybe earlier than that. I believe he's probably dead now. He was an older man when I knew Bobby, and Bobby, I have no idea what happened to him. So Bobby, you stumble up on my channel, man, reach out to me. I'd love to hear from you. But anyway, regardless, I love the pedal steel, and I realized how hard it is. And I was watching the guy play it. He makes it look so effortless. It's not effortless at all. That's why those guys get so much money to play it. But anyway, I'm gonna let you go, and just on this, just say that that I'm glad to be back. I was out a couple days because I was sick. I was in the hospital actually all day yesterday. I'm sorry, all day day before yesterday, and most of the day yesterday, and that's another story because I lost my mind when I thought they were going to keep me until Monday. Well, I guess get a suit here and have her tell you how freaking lost my mind. Anyway, guys, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad you're here. Love you so much. If you like this video or you like the channel, please hit like. If you haven't already subscribed, please do that. Hit the notification bell because I'm trying to, now that I'm back out of the hospital, I'm getting a little bit better. I'm trying to do as many videos as I can to kind of stock up in case something happens again. Share with your friends. And also, I'll say, like I did before, if you pray for me, and especially for Susu, because our son's living here now. I love him. He's our youngest boy, but in the middle of age range with all the kids, and he's having a little bit of a time, right? And so you'll love him. He's Joe. I think he's been in here and done a video with me or two. But so yeah, roll the bones, do your chants. Throw some incense or lift up some prayers. I'm good with all of it. And peace. Thank you again, guys. Please come back.